If you're just starting to budget or manage your money, learning how to budget your money bi-weekly can help you get a grasp on your budget and spending a lot quicker. And at the end, I'll share how it can actually save you a lot of money over time. Welcome to Modern Frugality. My name is Jen. I'm a personal finance writer and expert here to help you manage your finances better, save money, spend smarter, and gain financial security. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for coming by. If you like this topic, then give this video a thumbs up and I'll do more like it. And if you're not a subscriber, then hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. I'll be coming at you every week with more videos just like this one. If you want to budget your money bi-weekly, whether you get paid every 2 weeks or twice a month, you have to change your mindset to do it successfully. You have to get out of this monthly budgeting mindset and start getting on this bi-weekly mindset. Yes, your bills are still only due once a month, but instead of looking at them as individual bills, we're going to start to look at them in their monetary value, and this is going to help you budget bi-weekly. So for example, if your rent or mortgage is $1,200 and it's due at the beginning of the month, and you have all of your other bills due in the first 2 weeks of the month, we're going to be looking at the bills and how we can spread them out over the month continuously so that you can make a budget that's not top heavy with bills and bottom heavy with discretionary expenses, so you can better grasp what you're going to be spending on bills each paycheck. So once you're in that mindset, the first step to budgeting bi-weekly is to schedule all your bills. Write down every bill you have and its due date, put it on a calendar and see where they fall. And if you have that top-heavy budget, then you can go ahead and call your bill providers and change your due dates. A lot harder with rent, but your electric, your utility, your credit card payments, your debt payments, all of those can really easily be moved by just calling up your servicer. And look at the monetary value of them. So if your mortgage is due on the 1st, then try to move enough bills towards the 2nd, 3rd, 4th week of the month to compensate for that really large bill. Try to make one large bill due in the 1st, and then one large bill due around the 16th or the 17th. Figure out when you're getting paid, especially if you're getting paid every 2 weeks, because it's going to change throughout the month. And then you can decide what days you want to schedule your bills to be paid. When you're scheduling your bills, you want to schedule them at least 3 to 6 months out so that you can catch all of those annual bills, seasonal bills. Some people pay their insurances twice a year. Your auto renewal and stuff like that only comes around once a year. So definitely get into the habit of scheduling your bills 3 to 6 months out so you know everything that's coming and you can make your budgets work around that accordingly. Step 2 is to schedule your savings. So there's only so much you can do when scheduling around your bills, so your savings can really compensate for that. This includes IRA contributions, 529 contributions, any sinking funds for those annual or biannual expenses like insurance and car maintenance and registration. It also includes your emergency fund, your sinking fund for travel, anything that you are saving for that is on a finite timeline. Include this in your month, and maybe instead of saving once a month, you're saving 2 or 3 times a month, depending on how many budgets are in that month. That way, if you have a half of the month that has $200 more owed than your second half, then you can put your savings in that second half and balance them out so that your discretionary expenses aren't top or bottom heavy. Savings are the most flexible and easy to change around. So definitely wait until you've scheduled out all of your bills and you know how those are going to pan out before you do your savings. And schedule your savings out for the next 3 to 6 months as well, because there are holidays and birthdays and family get-togethers, summer's trips. So think ahead of time before you scramble to save all that money really quickly or spend it on a credit card. think ahead to what you can be saving in order to balance out your budget. And you'll not only be helping your budget, but you'll be helping yourself in the future when Christmas comes every December 25th, and this is the year you're finally prepared. Also, if your biweekly income is variable, savings can be altered every month to meet that surplus or deficit. So definitely, if you have a variable income, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to do more videos on variable incomes, but use your savings as a padding to give you a buffer every 2 weeks so that you can get a better grasp on your budget. Step 3 is to write your biweekly budget. We are finally there. Now you'll make a zero-based budget based on your income and expenses for the next 2 weeks. Now, you've tried as hard as possible to make a balanced month so that you can have a good biweekly budget. So now you can realistically follow through with whatever you're going to budget for your discretionary expenses and any of your financial goals like debt or saving for a house. Ideally, you'll get to the point where you'll have enough in savings to cover 2 full biweekly budgets. So basically being 2 to 3 paychecks ahead. And that's a checking account buffer that's in addition to your emergency fund. But while you're working up to it, you can definitely just budget 2 weeks at a time, and that'll help you put some more money away every 2 weeks so that you can get to that good place with that good buffer. And this is especially important if you have a variable income. When I say zero-based budget, you're essentially going to take all the bills, all of the savings, and then subtract that from your income, and then whatever is left, that's what you have to spend on groceries, eating out, entertainment. And if you're trying to be really lean and pay off debt really quickly or reach another financial goal, then you can give yourself little limits for that and have whatever's left be going towards your financial goal. A zero-based budget is really the fastest way to reach a financial goal like paying off debt because it gives you a full picture of your finances. You can make realistic goals and you can challenge yourself a little bit. So if you're trying to reach a financial goal like paying off debt, definitely go with the zero-based budget every 2 weeks. Step 4 is to write your next biweekly budget. So you want to definitely get ahead 4 weeks with your paychecks so that you can do a biweekly budget for the next 2 weeks after this 2 weeks, and you can always be a budget ahead. Budgeting ahead allows you to keep your spending in perspective, and it can minimize the ignorant bliss that comes with not knowing what's next. So when you're making one budget, make the second one, and eventually you'll be so ahead that it becomes really easy to just copy and paste from the month prior. What about the months you get 3 paychecks? So every 4 months, you're gonna get a 3rd paycheck if you're paid biweekly. And that is a great time to put extra towards whatever financial goal you have. Because you're used to budgeting biweekly and you have all of your bills covered in 4 weeks of the month, then you can use that 3rd paycheck to put towards saving for a car or a house or paying off debt, and just use it as that little extra to get you wherever you want to go faster. I promise to tell you how budgeting biweekly can save you a lot of money. And here it is. This is specifically for people who have a mortgage. And you've probably heard by now, people who make a payment every other week, as opposed to just once a month, can get an extra payment in every year without even trying. Someone with $200,000 and 27 years left on their mortgage at a 4% interest rate could save almost $20,000 on their house and have it paid off 3 years faster. And if you are taking advantage of that every 4th month extra paycheck, then you can put that towards your mortgage eventually and get it paid off even faster. So the biweekly budget really helps you narrow down and laser focus on your spending and where your money is going, and allows you to make bigger payments more often or even half payments more often and just save a lot of money that way. And you can do the same with a car. Instead of making your car payment every month, you can make half of it every 2 weeks and have your car paid off faster. So there are a lot of different ways to use this depending on where you're at financially. Budgeting alone will help you find money you didn't know you had, and the biweekly budget will just help you narrow in on that. Just start budgeting in whatever way works for you. Your future self will thank you when you are driving around in that new $20,000 car because you paid off your mortgage early, or when you're taking 4 trips to Cancun at all-inclusive resorts. Let me know in the comments how budgeting biweekly has worked for you, or if you want to try it. And if you want more budgeting tips and how to keep your spending in check so you can stick to your budget, subscribe to the channel. I've got new videos every week to help you spend smarter, spend less, and budget better.